It's a gorgeous Saturday night for soccer in St. Petersburg as we welcome you to Al Lang Stadium. Tonight, the Tampa Bay Rowdies playing host to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. This is the Rowdies pre-match show brought to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa personal injury lawyers, online at farahandfarah.com. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to St. Petersburg. Austin Lyon, Ryan Davis, thank you so much for joining us. The Rowdies entered tonight's match at the bottom of the table in the Eastern Conference, but with 10 matches to go, they'll be at Al Lang Stadium a bunch over the next couple of months, and the opportunity exists for this team to make a push to get to the playoffs.
Austin, like you said, the worst is behind the Rowdies at this moment. So many games at home. However, tonight, they need a big performance to then gain momentum for the following games in Al Lang Stadium. Now, Al Lang Stadium, a little wider than most. We're talking about the pitch here. This plays into the Rowdies' strengths. They get to go out, come back in. This is going to create more chances, which equals more goal opportunities.
And any advantage is good against this Pittsburgh defense, which is among the best in the USL Championship. Time to look at our players to watch. They are brought to you by Hooters, the original wing joint, and we're spotlighting the top scorers for each team. For the Rowdies, that's Woobens Passius.
Woobens Passius, he had sporadic minutes to begin the season, started to get some momentum, get some consistency. 7 goals, has a goal every 2.5 games, but he's also the type of striker to create space for the players, why it's so important.
How about Augie Williams for Pittsburgh?
Well, they desperately need him to get going. He scored 2 goals in the last 4, but he just hit the 5-goal mark. He scored 45 goals in the last 3 seasons. Coach Lilly and Pittsburgh are desperate to get their number 9 going for the last stretch of the season.
Passius, 81 goals in his career, tied for second most in USL Championship history. Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh, the Rowdies and the Riverhounds set to go. We'll take you through the starting 11s that have the opening kickoff coming up.
So what makes the original Hooters so special? Everybody wants to know our secret recipe. The answer is simple. We care about our people, the food we serve, our guests, and the community around us. And this has been true since day one. We created a unique experience like no other. What you see is years of hard work. This is our family, and we're here because we care. To us, originality isn't just one thing, it's everything. Hooters, always original.
One thing I noticed is that when Chuck joined me, he challenged me.
You're going to be late.
Not as late as you. It's a natural thing between brothers, pushing each other.
Hey, it's one-upmanship. It's good for us, and it's good for our clients.
It doesn't get more fairer than that.
Tampa, St. Pete, the Rays, the Rowdies, the golf courses, the beaches. The Tampa Bay area is filled with great choices. That's why you choose to call it home. At Orlando Health, we're here to make your healthcare choices even better with our investments in St. Pete's Bayfront Hospital and Tampa Bay's respected Florida Medical Clinic, plus new ER locations and even healthier choices to come. Orlando Health, choose well.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs. You name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call, Farah and Farah.
Moments away from kickoff here at Al Lang Stadium, it's the Rowdies and the Riverhounds on this Saturday night in St. Petersburg. Let's take you through the starting 11s. Starting lineups tonight are presented by Orlando Health. Here's what it looks like for Pittsburgh. Eric Dick in goal. He's the reigning goalkeeper of the year in the championship. Danny Griffin entering his 2nd season as the team's captain. He has only missed 2 league matches since 2020. Lineup for the Rowdies looks like this, a little bit different than what we have normally seen. Lewis Hilton back in the lineup after missing the last 2 matches, and Paul Marie acquired late this week in the starting 11.
Yeah, he's going to bring some balance on that right-hand side. He's quick. He's elusive and he can stay in front of fast players, so I think he's a joy to watch in Al Stadium tonight. Alvarez, the quick and pacey attacking midfielder, behind the quick and pacey Passias. So we have speed up top for the Rowdies, and they're going to try to exploit that tonight in Al Stadium.
Coaching matchup brought to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa personal injury lawyers, online at farahandfarah.com. Dominic Casiato, his 8th match since taking over as the Rowdies head coach on July 8th, but just the 2nd time he's coached here at Al Lang Stadium. And there's Bob Lilly in his 8th season, 6-time USL Coach of the Year, more than 400 victories as a professional head coach. That is more than any other active coach in the U.S.
I can tell you the secret about Bob Lilly. His teams don't beat themselves. You have to beat them. Despite you play on a Sunday night or a Thursday night, makes no difference. They start from the bottom and work their way up. Defensively sound. They're always a very good, technically run ball club.
The Riverhounds this season, again, among the league leaders in goals allowed. They have given up just 19 this season.
See?
Rowdies again sitting in 12th place in the Eastern Conference table. 5 points right now out of playoff position. Indy 11 holding the final playoff spot in the East currently. Coach Casiato told us, can't get too carried away and look too far in front. We've got to put one foot in front of the other.
Like we said at the beginning of the broadcast tonight, that first 45 minutes is so big for them to create some sort of momentum and try to, so that momentum can then flow into the second half and then flow into next week. Loving the black stripe, the black strip though.
That's the Rowdies' alternate electrostatic kit, wearing it for the first time this season. And we are underway from Al Lang Stadium. Certainly hot and humid, but not as hot as it normally is in late August. A little bit more comfortable for the fans and the players.
Overcast day today. I'm sorry, beachgoers, but so it goes in St. Pete sometimes.
Now, the start's so important for both of these teams. Coach Casiato really wants the Rowdies to get out on their front foot, attack and pressure. So often this season, Tampa Bay has conceded first and fallen behind. And Pittsburgh, a team that is used to playing from in front, and with as strong as they are on the back line and with Dick in goal, you can't surrender an early one to the Riverhounds.
Not at all. And with Robbie Mertz and Biasi at this left-hand side, they absolutely are dangerous on the Rowdies' right, Pittsburgh left.
Well, the aforementioned Biasi flips the field. There's Perrin Barnes who crosses it in, knocked away by Ethan Bandre.
You know, because we had the addition of Paul Marie on this right-hand side on the ball, Lewis Hilton and Lawrence Wright brought right back in because of their experience to sort of not really shoulder the load, but almost take the sting out of the debut for Paul Marie in the middle of the park.
Offside flag up as Passias tried to make a run. Results a bit uneven for Pittsburgh over the last several weeks. 1 win, 1 loss, 4 draws in their last 6 USL matches. Biasi sends it back for Factor. Chipped in, a terrific ball. Great early chance, and the Riverhounds find the back of the net with Charles All. Just more than 2 minutes in, All produces his 2nd goal of the season.
Well, what a finish by Charles All, who has more shots, his average shots per goal, on goal rather, per game, is the highest on this Riverhounds team. And it shows that he doesn't need much to get it on target. Robbie Mertz, as usual, the orchestrator, the risk taker, takes on 2 players, lays it off for All, the assist for number 14. And what about this finish? A roofer. The Wasps are now flying out to the corner of the net. All
back in familiar territory. Played high school soccer in Orlando. He was the Atlantic Sun Conference Player of the Year at Stetson, just northeast of Orlando. And in the 3rd minute, he strikes to give Pittsburgh the early lead.
It was a little too easy for Mertz to get to the byline and then cut back and then lay one off. It's no chance for Bandre in goal. Have to be tougher when the player is ushered towards that byline. You can't have him cut back in and just lay one off.
We just talked about how important it was, the start for each of these teams. Dom Cassiato wants his team to be aggressive, high pressure, but it's the Riverhounds that strike first. And once again, the Rowdies playing from behind.
Well, this is the last thing Coach Cassiato wanted to come into Alang, make a big impression in the first 10 minutes. But to give up which was a very well taken goal by Al and a great run by Mertz, you still want to see your defenders do a better job in those tight spaces inside the 18-yard box. And now it's a little bit more uphill.
Crisostomo commits the foul. Second assist for Mertz. And the second goal this season for all. Mertz just the third player in team history with 20 goals and 20 assists.
And I think that speaks volumes for his game, the amount of goals per assist. But Robbie Mertz does so much more than just provide statistics. He's one of those heady players. You can get the ball to him in tight spaces. It will come out of the tight space, and then other players will flourish because he drew so much attention.
Vactor sends it long for Biasi. Unable to chase it before it rolls over the end line. Goal by Charles, all in the 3rd minute for the visitors. Getting Pittsburgh off to a great start. Biasi inside the box again. At the feet of Guillen, that's out for a Pittsburgh throw. Welcome our viewers watching tonight on Tampa Bay 44, and also those of you in Pittsburgh. We're live in Sportsnet Pittsburgh tonight. And no doubt the viewers in the Steel City thrilled with the way their team has looked here in the opening 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're pressing high and trapping well. The Rowdies having a hard time eluding the trap. Now, this is what they have to do. They have to move the ball quicker, play with a higher tempo, and have Pittsburgh be the ones to react. Now, Pittsburgh, just defensively, typical Bob Lilly, where they're pressing high or sitting in a low block, just so organized.
And one of the things we heard from Coach Cassiato this week was we have to play quickly, avoid pressure, and switch the point of attack in order to have a chance to succeed.
You can't afford to have the other 11 on the other side sit tight and predict where the ball is going to go. You have to keep moving the ball quickly, so defensively they can't set up to trap you. Then they have to fall back, getting a low block, and that gives you more room to operate.
Williams engaged with Van Kaziel. And that's out for a Rowdies throw. Tampa Bay struggled with possession last time out against Detroit City FC. They managed less than 40% of possession in the first half. That ball over the top with Marie running on. And easily handled by Eric Dick.
Well, look at the body language by poor Marie. He's into it.
Injury report brought to you by Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital. And you see a number of names on there for the Rowdies. Most recently, the addition to that list is Forrest Lasso, who suffered a fractured scapula last week against Detroit City.
Never had a fractured scapula before.
I never hoped to either. Rowdies trainers said it's the type of injury that you would expect to see from someone who was in a car accident. They'd never seen it before from a soccer player. So Lasso out indefinitely with that injury. One of a number of players that are unavailable tonight for the Rowdies. Leo Fernandez, Pacific Nyangabiri, Ali Bassett. Danny Griffin on the run. Here's Mertz, who assisted on the goal in the 3rd minute. To the outside, Williams. That goes over the top and out of play.
But the transition was fantastic for Pittsburgh. Exactly to their game plan, away from home. There's Augie Williams, 2 goals in the last 4 matches. But as soon as the ball is recovered by the Hounds, 2 or 3 passes, they're right back into the 18-yard box. And the keys to the match, press early. The Rowdies wanted to be the ones to be on the front foot pressing. But so far it's the Riverhounds doing a great job pegging the Rowdies back. Attack on the left. The Rowdies have Mertz and Biasi. That's exactly what they did to get the opening goal. Mertz down the left-hand side, drags it back for all, 1-0.
Those keys to the match brought to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa personal injury lawyers, online at farandfarah.com. Toward the back post, headed out, and it will be another corner. So back-to-back Colony Grill corner kicks for the Riverhounds. Had the chance to enjoy some terrific Colony Grill pizza before the match tonight.
Fantastic.
So Mertz makes the run across from one corner to the other. And he will try to carve it in. And that's headed out for a Riverhounds throw.
Not the best service by Robbie Mertz. He's certainly capable of a better, striking a dead ball better than that. If you are the Rowdies, we're in the 10th minute, down a goal at home, trying to recover their season.
Miscommunication there between Tampa Bay defenders. Ball sent out toward the halfway line.
Yeah, the Rowdies can't afford to look too far ahead. I mean, you really have to break down the half in increments of 3, 15-minute thirds, if you will. The first 15 minutes, they've conceded a goal. You have to try to win the second 15 minutes. Maybe you can get a goal back, and then you play from there. You really can't look too far ahead. If you do that, you're going to find yourself getting in trouble.
This is the most possession we've seen so far from the Rowdies in the opening 10 minutes.
And I think the Riverhounds want that. They don't mind the Rowdies having the ball. They're going to press well. They're going to create a turnover in midfield, and then they can counter press.
Hilton, an excellent distributor. All the way across the field. Here's Marie making his Rowdies debut. Outstanding talent. Marie was a first-round pick in the 2018 MLS Super Draft. Made 80 starts in his MLS career. Ball right in between Rowdies players. Passius could not get his foot to it.
Well, it symbolizes the Rowdies season to a T. Blake Bodley with a fantastic first touch. We're talking immaculate. Look at this ball by Lewis Hilton. He puts it on his laces. One touch, gets around bounds, and then puts the ball in between the 2 black shirts for neither Passias nor Alvarez to get to. Sweeping play, but just no end product.
That replay and all replays brought to you by Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital. Quick restart from the Riverhounds, and they've been active here on the near side of the field. Biasi off target there, easily handled by Bandre. Talked about the Rowdies' position in the standings. Pittsburgh right now 5th in the Eastern Conference table, but just 5 points clear of Indy 11 for the final playoff spot. So it's tightly packed from 5 to 12 in the East, and could easily shift here in the final 10 matches of the season.
And it's the sort of position Tampa Bay Rowdies fans are completely unused to. But like you said, not far off with 10 games to go, and most of those games in Alang. Question is, playing uphill like they are right now, it just makes things so much harder when you concede so early. Especially with a team that scored 6 goals in the last 5 matches. Goals aren't exactly coming in abundance.
Pittsburgh fans familiar with the Rowdies' position. They climbed from 11th to 7th down the stretch late last season. 13 returning players from that team, creating a lot of optimism that there were bigger and better things this year. And even though the overall defensive numbers look great for Pittsburgh, they've given up some uncharacteristic goals, especially in the last few weeks. Missed assignments on set pieces. Eric Dick uncharacteristically mishandled a ball early in the match last week. Rowdies again give it away in their end.
Yeah, talk about uncharacteristic. Eric Dick, 8 clean sheets, tied for the top in USL. Talk about safe hands and good decision making. Even the good ones make mistakes.
Good connection. Augie Williams out on that right side. And it's out for another Colony Grill corner kick.
Him and Pasias are such a prototype of the same model. Quick, elusive, great in front of goal. Yes, he hasn't got going for this entire season. He's getting going now, Augie Williams, and I think Pittsburgh Riverhounds fans could be impressed what he does when he's not scoring. Pulling out wide, giving them some width, giving them that option, and when he does go out wide, willing to serve up balls into the box, either on the ground or the air.
He was Pittsburgh's biggest off-season acquisition, starting to play his best soccer of the year. Biasi chases it down.
That is a beautiful switch of play.
Off the shin of Bodley, Bandray mishandles it, and now a whistle.
Looks like he encroached on Bandray, Augie Williams. When goalkeepers go down for the ball with their hands at the forward's feet, it's so dangerous with their head in the vicinity that referees are always keeping a close eye. Any sort of contact into that area, they're going to blow the whistle and protect the goalkeeper.
Servando Berna is the man in charge tonight. Griffin with a takeaway. Again, the Rowdies regain possession. And a frustration foul committed by Tampa Bay. Grand Central Brewhouse is a family-friendly, pet-friendly, and community-friendly two-story brewery, tap room, and beer garden located in the heart of the Grand Central District. GCB features traditional lagers and ales brewed in-house and served directly from European serving tanks.
That sounds great.
Hopefully they stay open late.
Yeah.
We'll get a pint after the game.
Thinking about that.
Williams with Van Kaziel tracking back. Van Kaziel knocks it down. Rowdy's not totally out of trouble as Marie knocks it forward and out for a Pittsburgh throw.
You talk positioning, you talk about body language and toughness. Van Kaziel at center back, completely different player as someone who's playing out wide. You just saw a fantastic example of that. If you come in on him and he has positioning, there's no chance you're going to get around him. He has a great feel for the game inside the middle of the park where he's most comfortable.
That ball gets through, and a great opportunity for Pittsburgh. Williams arriving late. It's just a little bit off target as he was making the run. Now Pittsburgh continues to generate opportunities.
I think that went completely between the wickets of Aaron Guillen. A missed kick that allowed the striker to get a chance. Offside. And we talked, Coach Cassiato was so vocal about trying to get around this press, for the ball to go side to side, to keep switching the players often as possible so the Rowdies can avoid this trap. So far, everything has gone to plan for Coach Lilly. Not so much for Coach Cassiato, who's trying to figure things out and get this Rowdies team back on track.
Castellanos all the way back to the edge of the box to pursue it. Lawrence Wyke surveys. Marie weaving his way between defenders and knocked down for a foul. Alvarez going after it on the far side. And the foul is called against the Rowdies.
Well, you like that fight if you're a coach from your forward, and Alvarez really harassing, playing with energy and tempo. Yes, he gets called for the foul, but you want to see that from your forwards. Lewis Hilton running into an alley he couldn't get out of. And here comes Alvarez. And there's that little tug of the shirt.
Physical sequence there in the far end of the field. Mertz carries it forward, given a lot of space. Now back to Biasi.
Awkward customer, Biasi, a left back with a right foot. If you're the Rowdies, you're going to consistently try to push him to the sidelines and make him create something with his left foot. But as soon as he takes a touch of the ball, he's coming in on the right foot and looking inside, which means he's no direct threat to get to the byline and cross. So eventually the Rowdies defenders are going to have to adjust and start corralling him towards the sidelines.
Bandre is down. Doesn't appear to be in a lot of pain, but the trainers will come out to have a look at the Rowdies goalie. And Tampa Bay's goalkeeping situation is a bit in flux behind Bandre. Bill Hamid was acquired last week from Miami, was on the bench in Detroit. Longtime MLS veteran, not quite fully healthy. Could he go in an emergency situation? Perhaps.
It's to put it nicely, this is a nightmare. I mean, Bandre, like you mentioned, because of the injury situation, he has to try to stay fit here. And the worst injuries in this sport, remember, is when no one is around. It's turning quickly. It's a pull of a hamstring. It's a tweak of a calf muscle that'll put you on the shelf for 2 weeks. And some sort of alternative treatment is going to have to be in play here to try and keep him in goal.
Well, as they work on him, we'll tell you that Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. So if Hamid is not able to step in, should Bandre not be able to continue, there is a third goalie that is part of the team tonight. That is Caleb Klepax.
You know, what a moment for a youngster if he gets a chance. Like this youngster here who's fully engaged.
Klepax is on a USL Academy contract. Developed locally with Tampa Bay United. Just turned 17. But Bandre appears to be okay as you see him chatting with Servando Berna.
I think only time will tell. I think he's okay for now. Let's see what happens within 10-15 minutes of him staying on that hamstring. It's so important that he not only stays fit, stays healthy, but gets reps, gets minutes, gets his confidence going. A goalkeeper's confidence is so contagious to the rest of the team. I always compare goalkeeping to a pitcher on the mound. They're on their own. They have a different sort of personality compared to the rest of the group. All the pressure is on them. It's a thankless job. And their well-being and their mindset spreads to the rest of the team.
And we've seen Bandre here through the first 20-plus minutes. He's been talking a lot. He's been clapping a lot, trying to get his team organized and build some kind of rhythm. Bodily unable to leap and reach that one. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Charles All scored in the 3rd minute. A terrific setup from Robbie Mertz.
Again, you see the Rowdies getting back on the ball, exactly what they want. But the Riverhounds will oblige. They have no problem coughing up the ball to the Rowdies, and that is a foul.
No whistle from Berna, much to Passius's frustration. And now Pittsburgh looking to counterattack.
Oh.
Solid defending there by Guillen. And a chance. A terrific save. What looked like a sure goal for Augie Williams. And he was denied by Van Kaziel.
They're back in his centre-back position, his natural position. Van Kaziel not giving up on the play. Augie Williams somehow became free right here. Things sort of broke down. Castellanos is left wanting. And look at Bandry trying to make himself large, and Van Kaziel staying with the play. So important. Augie Williams thought he got goal number 6. What's he famous saying? Not so fast, my friend.
Made famous, of course, by Lee Corso, longtime ESPN college game day analyst who retired today after 40 years as part of college game day. Great moment seeing him put on Brutus the Buckeye head for his final headgear pick.
I love when somebody takes a role like that and makes it their own, and he just took elevated college football broadcasting on a Saturday morning.
Rowdies could use an inspirational speech from the Sunshine Scooter. Try to get their season pointed in the right direction. Long ball, Bodily gets to it.
Second play in a row. A beautiful ball from the middle of the park. Fantastic first touch by Bodley. Excellent recovery by Barnes. He was right in Bodley's hip pocket.
You see Bodily try to encourage his teammates. Colony Grill corner kick coming up. Kemper Auto knows your journey and will help you along the way. Affordable, personalized auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today at Kemper.com. See if newcomer Paul Marie can peel one in there and help the Rowdies equalize. To the back post, Crisostomo up high, could not get to it, and it'll be a Rowdies throw.
Good delivery to the last post, textbook. But give the Riverhounds credit, they stayed goal side and they got to the ball first. That's all that counts when the ball is in the air, in the 18-yard box.
Marie looking for Passius. Hilton just a step late as he came crashing in. Hilton trying to go out wide for Alvarez. It was intercepted, and now Pittsburgh on the run. All who has the goal tonight for the Riverhounds. Finds Griffin.
Wow.
To the near side. Here's Mertz. Left-footed shot is well wide of the target.
Well, they drew the Rowdies in and then spread it out wide to Mertz. They started from the right and a sweeping move inside, then out to the left, and Mertz on his weaker left foot. He's going to want that one back though, because he was dead red. Look at this quick movement. Bang, bang. And then just couldn't find the last post. It was always dragging wide.
Pittsburgh has totally controlled this first half an hour. Other than that last sequence, been very few opportunities in the attacking third for the Rowdies. Good news for Rowdies fans. Bandray has not shown any ill effects after he went down a few minutes ago. Too heavy on that ball for Passius, easily collected by Dick. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now.
Again, excellent switch of play. You want a little more intensity from Alvarez there to prevent the pass out of the back. But once they do, they move the ball so quickly, the Riverhounds. People don't give them credit for their ball movement and handling in the middle of the park.
Biasi arriving late. His cross knocked down. We're able to get it around Biasi. Right at the feet of Guillaume Vactor. White chips it back toward Marie. That was one of the things that Dominic Cassiato told us. Said, Pittsburgh's a great defensive team, but they're better with the ball than most people give them credit for.
Yeah, absolutely. And it shows. I mean, they've created two really good chances. Last one fell to Robbie Mertz, but from their speed of play, from one side to the other, I mean, it really causes teams fits when they find a rhythm. This is an important stretch for the Rowdies. They really need some rhythm in their game, some tempo. Ball movement, everyone gets a touch of the ball, get some confidence going.
Castellanos bangs it high and well out of play. He was looking for Bodley. Tampa Bay having such trouble moving the ball up the field, and then you see Beto Idrak dribble right through three Rowdies defenders.
Finca is here very frustrated. He thought he got to the ball, which he did, but he thought he got there first. Understanding referee Berna thought he used too much hands to get in front of the ball.
Biasi probing. Good turn there by Mertz. Crisostomo poked it away. Chance to build something here for the Rowdies. Passius on the run. That ball rolls over the touchline.
Well, Passius started that play with the tackle in the middle of the park that allowed Crisostomo, just couldn't get it back. All the space behind there once the ball was recovered. And he's shaking his head in frustration on the centre forward.
The USL on CBS Sports Network kicks off September with a League One battle. Playoff contenders Spokane Velocity FC take on newcomer Westchester SC. That's Sunday, September 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Sean Suber expressing his frustration to Servando Berna. We saw Marie take the free kick, or excuse me, the corner kick earlier in this half. He will line up along with Crisostomo. Ball headed out to the feet of Lewis Hilton. He'll send it right back in. This is a good ball. Passius got his head on it, but couldn't hit the target.
Great delivery, and Passius saw it, went after it, got in front of the defenders, just couldn't direct his header. I think his line of sight was blocked by the defender. Great delivery by Hilton. I just couldn't redirect it, but boy, the service was right on top of the 6-yard box.
That's what we've come to be familiar with from Lewis Hilton. Quality service there, but nothing comes of it. Passius, good touch back. Marie in pursuit. He was shielded by 2 Pittsburgh defenders, and the Riverhounds gained possession.
Well, we get a burst on a little bit of a visual, a snippet of what Marie can do. Talk about that extra gear. Came right through the middle of the park, got around 2 players, but credit the Riverhounds. They just corralled him and snuffed out the danger.
Well, we came on the air talking about how if Tampa Bay wanted to make a playoff push, the benefit they were going to have was being here at Al Lang, but there hasn't been much energy so far. Marie took a tough angle, shielded by Guillaume Vactor.
Well, 1v1 defending at his very best. The Frenchman, Vactor, just putting his body in between himself and the speedy Marie, and took the sting out of the play. You like the directness of Paul Marie. He wants to make something happen. He wants to get to the byline. He wants to get behind that back line and get balls into the box. But Vactor was fantastic with his positioning.
He's been a surprise within the organization. Earned a contract as a trialist. Hasn't missed a minute since entering the starting lineup. Farah and Farah, Tampa personal injury lawyers, online at farahandfarah.com. Crowd trying to encourage the Rowdies here for the final 10-ish minutes of the opening half. The Pittsburgh has been in control from the outset.
They have, and it started with them with the ability to press without the ball. And that sort of set the stage for their first half in creating a turnover. And of course, Robbie Mertz using his magic on his left-hand side to create Al's first goal.
Crisostomo unable to turn. Great pressure from Bradley Sample. And Danny Griffin went down.
Now we talk about franchise players, club players. Danny Griffin is that guy. You rock in the middle of the park, box to box. He can tackle, he can distribute. He is engaging. And boy, shin on shin. That is not going to feel good.
Griffin and Crisostomo arriving at nearly the same time. All the discussions with center referee so far, but fairly cordial among all the players. You don't always see that.
Yeah, I think everyone seems to be civil.
Marie in between defenders and commits the foul.
It's the little things. Lawrence White gets the ball. His first touch ends up by his own hip. So Lawrence White now has to take a second touch and now bring the ball down. It invites the pressure, and now they close in, and then they get another turnover. I mean, it's the little things in the match that sort of turns things in one team's favor or not. The control has to be tighter. The speed of play has to be quicker.
Mertz goes quickly to Biasi. Just beyond the top of the box, Mertz again. And it goes over the crossbar.
And these are not things that a coach is supposed to coach. These are things that are supposed to be learnt as careers and games go along.
Pittsburgh has played the way the Rowdies want to play. Chrysostomos slips, and here's a chance. Good work by Van Kaziel. Passius.
Beautiful.
Back to Hilton. And a good decision by Eric Dick to come out and knock that one out of play.
On the other hand, Lewis Hilton has not made a bad pass tonight so far. Again, almost picking out Bodley on that left-hand side. The third man ball, as they call it.
Stay with us. Coming up at the half. Go back to year one for the Tampa Bay Rowdies as they play here in their 50th anniversary season. Take a look around the league, the scores of other games going on, and also highlights and stats from this first half. Pittsburgh with the only goal. Florida native Charles All with a terrific finish in the 3rd minute. Passius, a little bit too heavy as he tried to get it back to Hilton.
Oh, what a touch.
Williams from his back, able to get it out wide to Mertz. Biasi arrives. Just on the edge of the area. Biasi will look to settle things down. Griffin draws a pair of defenders. Barnes unable to chase it down.
But if you're Bob Lilly, you have to appreciate that sequence. I mean, the speed of play from the top of the box back outside was a coach's dream. I mean, the players seem to just be reacting rather than thinking about it.
A poor pass there, another turnover as a result of the Riverhounds' pressure.
These are the traps that Coach Cassiato is trying to avoid, but the speed of play just isn't there.
Barnes trying to flick it on. Rowdies in a dangerous position. And finally a little bit of space. All kinds of space for Biasi. Rowdies try to regroup. Here's Griffin, the captain. Barnes chips it in, and it hops right into the stomach of Bandre.
Well, the final product was not there, but the build-up was delightful for the Riverhounds coming through the middle of the park. inevitably gets to Mertz, who's out to Barnes, and he's just trying to get behind the back line before that back line settles. And because of the Riverhounds' willingness to come forward and press, they are holes behind. And that's why Blake Bodley keeps trying to make that run down the sidelines so they can get the ball over the top and get beyond that high back line. Now, Beto Idrach, who's throwing the ball right now, former UCF player, he's like a La Liga player in Spain. Fantastic ball handling. He usually plays in midfield, but tonight being asked to play right back. He's playing out of position tonight. Fantastic center midfielder from Puerto Rico.
Idrach spent most of his college career at UCF. All a Florida native who played college soccer at Stetson. So some guys from the Sunshine State making their mark for a team in the Northeast. Guillen. Passius able to win the ball. Passius lets it rip. Looked like it might have gone off of Alvarez. As you can see, we'll have 4 minutes of added time.
Now Passius is the Rowdies' most direct player. He can take the ball to defenders, get his own shot, if you will. Try to bend it into that last post. Of course, the shot was impeded, but he does have that it quality in trying to create space for himself.
There's a Colony Grill corner kick. Marie's first service was excellent. This one peeling toward the back post. And a foul whistled as Castellanos went up with Idrach. Tough to see anything there, but you just saw the back end of it.
Yeah, Castellanos just putting two hands on the shoulder of the defender.
Williams held up and no whistle as he went down.
Well, that's the second time we've seen Augie Williams try to sort of bicycle it to Robbie Boots on the left side.
Well, Mertz and Biasi have been really active here on the left side for Pittsburgh. Mertz assisted on All's goal in the 3rd minute.
All right, I take it back. Beto Idrach is playing defensive midfield while Barnes is playing right back. Excuse me.
Good defending there. Hilton in the middle with 2 defenders there. Goes back to Castellanos. Time for perhaps one more build-up for the Rowdies as we hit the 3rd minute of what's expected to be 4 minutes of added time. Alvarez looking to take the throw quickly, goes back to White. Bodley, he's flashed a little bit in this first half. Crisostomo in the middle. Passius just off his foot. Bodley knocked it down. Played back toward the halfway line. White to recover. As we're under a minute of the expected added time. Passius, unable to control it at his foot. Hilton will let it rip. Man, a terrific save by Eric Dick. Knocked it out for a corner after Hilton let it rip from 30 yards away.
Well, coming back into the starting lineup, Lewis Hilton, all eyes on him. He has done nothing wrong in this first half. Every pass has been on the money. That shot was right on the laces. Bottom corner, excellent save by Eric Dick. But it was a tough shot to keep down. No touch, one timer, good save.
Well, another Colony Grill corner kick. And any touch could be the last one of the half. Marie to the back post, headed down and out. Bodily gets to it. And there's the whistle to take us to halftime. 45 minutes in the books here at Al Lang Stadium. Pittsburgh struck first. 3rd-minute goal for Charles All. And Dominic Cassiato walks to the locker room, hoping that his team can find a rhythm and generate some offense. Pittsburgh Riverhounds 1. Tampa Bay Rowdies 0 as we head to halftime. Stick around on the other side of the break. An anniversary celebrating the Rowdies' 50th anniversary.
Oh, Milo, no, not on the carpet.
There's a veterinary emergency group not far from here.
Yes, that's the one Dr. Holt told us about. Jen loves that place.
Wow, apparently everyone loves this place.
Veterinary emergency group, this is Anne. How can I help you?
Hi, I think my dog Milo ate his toy.
Let me get one of our doctors on the line.
Hey, you must be Milo. Let's get you back to see the doctor.
Get ready, get set, get check. It's just that easy to sell your car with MorganBuysCars.com. First, visit MorganBuysCars.com and tell us a bit about your car. Next, receive an express cash offer online. Then, schedule an appointment at one of our 14 convenient locations to pick up your check. Plus, we'll beat anyone's offer on your vehicle or we'll give you $500. So, get ready, get set, and get checked. Online at MorganBuysCars.com.
When you're ready to set life into motion, Grow Financial is here to be your first step. To give you that running start and to show you just how far you can go. Because we serve people, not profit. Which means our mission isn't our products, but where they can take you. So wherever you may be going next, just remember, first steps start here. Grow Financial. We serve people, not profit.
Halftime here at Al Lang Stadium in St. Petersburg. Pittsburgh leading Tampa Bay 1-0. We welcome you to halftime, presented by Colony Grill. And welcome back inside the press box here at Al Lang Stadium. This is the 50th anniversary of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and there are events that celebrate the monumentous accomplishments of this franchise throughout the season. Tonight, we wanted to take you back and give you a sense of what it was like day one, year one, 50 years ago.
At the time, Tampa Stadium, it wasn't Raymond James at the time, it was the old Sombrero. We sold tickets just to the west side to save money. On the east stands, when we ran out for this game, the club had created these cardboard cutouts of fans.
Cardboard families and cardboard people to fill the empty stands on one side of the stadium. One
thing that stands out for me is the fact that the players complemented each other very, very well. We had somebody like Mike Connell at the back, who was only 18 years of age.
You know, the only thing I knew about America was what I saw on TV.
There were three of us from Crystal Palace. It was Stuart Jump, who was our centre half. We also had Paul Hammond, who was our goalkeeper, and he invited me as well.
It's heartwarming to know that there are people that I've known that many years who I can see tomorrow and we just pick up as if it was yesterday.
If it wasn't for those players, that group, that first year, we are not here.
It's very special to those of us who experience that, and I know it's special to the current day players as well, and staff, that there is this line that started in '75 that continues to this day.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
We don't stop chanting, we don't stop drumming,
yelling and screaming and chanting.
We'll follow them wherever, pretty much. That's just the love that we have for our team.
USL All Access on SiriusXM FC every Tuesday night. Devin Kerr, Mike Watts, we've got all the news around the championship.
This series is a dead heat. This is the one we've talked about since the end of May.
We'll recap weekly results, talk about player transactions, coaching tactics, and hey, maybe even a guest appearance by some interviews.
Who knows? SiriusXM FC every Tuesday night and the following day on the USL YouTube page and the SiriusXM app.
Oh, Milo, no, not on the carpet.
There's a veterinary emergency group not far from here.
Yes, that's the one Dr. Holt told us about. Jen loves that place.
Wow, apparently everyone loves this place.
Veterinary emergency group, this is Anne. How can I help you?
Hi, I think my dog Milo ate his toy.
Let me get one of our doctors on the line.
Hey, you must be Milo. Let's get you back to see the doctor.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburbs,
including former Rowdies player Jordan Scarlett, and Brendan Burke is the coach of the week for Hartford Athletic. A look at the standings in the Eastern Conference. Rowdies, as we documented, at the bottom of the table right now in 12th place, but just 5 points behind Indy 11, which currently hold the final playoff spot. It's been a terrific year for Louisville City. Just one loss this season. Louisville City Charleston firmly entrenched at the top of the table. Pittsburgh right now sitting in 5th place. The Riverhounds would love to get themselves into the top 4 to ensure a first-round playoff game at home. And as we take you around the league with scores from other matches tonight, San Antonio, Detroit City 1-1. Indy 11 got out to an early 1-0 lead on Louisville City. They've come back with 3 goals. Loudoun United on top of Miami in the second half. Rhode Island Charleston scoreless. North Carolina and Hartford even at 1, and no scoring yet between Tulsa and Colorado. One more break. When we come back, a look at highlights and stats from the opening 45 minutes. 1-0, Pittsburgh leading Tampa Bay.
Pick 3.
Pick 4.
Pick 5.
This happen a lot?
Only during pick games drawings. So, twice a day, every day.
And every game gives back to education.
Okay.
The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Tampa, St. Pete, the Rays, the Rowdies, the golf courses, the beaches. The Tampa Bay area is filled with great choices. That's why you choose to call it home. At Orlando Health, we're here to make your healthcare choices even better with our investments in St. Pete's Bayfront Hospital and Tampa Bay's respected Florida Medical Clinic, plus new ER locations and even healthier choices to come. Orlando Health. Choose well.
Get ready, get set, get check. It's just that easy to sell your car with MorganBuysCars.com. First, visit MorganBuysCars.com and tell us a bit about your car. Next, receive an express cash offer online. Then, schedule an appointment at one of our 14 convenient locations to pick up your check. Plus, we'll beat anyone's offer on your vehicle or we'll give you $500. So, get ready, get set, and get checked. Online at MorganBuysCars.com.
Look at the news and notes here as we enter week 26 of the USL Championship season. Terrence Murphy, former wide receiver at Texas A&M, now part of the ownership group at Atletico Dallas. Charleston Battery, 9 consecutive home wins, 13 in a row, the all-time championship record. And FC Tulsa, now 14 in a row unbeaten. That sets a season high for FC Tulsa. As we welcome you back to halftime, presented by Colony Grill. Austin Lyon joined by Ryan Davis. We came onto the air talking about how Tampa Bay wanted to set the tone back at home here at Al Lang Stadium, play on their front foot, play a high-pressure style of soccer, and we basically have seen Pittsburgh do everything that Tampa Bay wanted to do.
Well said. Coach Lilly actually did most of his work without the ball. So with them pressing high, they caused confusion. Rowdies players couldn't avoid the trap, and they made the most of that, winning the ball back in the last third.
Really thoroughly dominated by Pittsburgh. That possession number is a little bit deceiving. 56-44 in terms of Rowdies' possession, but there wasn't a whole lot of quality. They knocked it around the back a little bit. Pittsburgh certainly content to allow that to happen. And we saw terrific pressure from the Riverhounds, and we started the broadcast talking about how good of a defensive team Pittsburgh is. Dick, the outstanding goalie, and their back line. Those guys have had a lot of the work done by the players in front of them. That back line and Dick have really yet to be tested, with the exception of that outstanding effort from Hilton in the late stages of the first half. Rowdies looking for a spark, and they will use their first sub of the night to bring on Manuel Arteaga. He comes on in favor of Luis Alvarez. So Arteaga, 4 goals this season. But if you've seen him play, you certainly understand his quality. 18 goals a year ago, 19 in 2023. He's a guy that can strike at any time, and he has a history of scoring goals against this Riverhounds team. Dominic Casiato hoping that he gets a lift off the bench from Arteaga as we start the second 45 minutes here at Al Lang Stadium.
Yeah, Alvarez getting on the score sheet not too long ago, so he has some confidence coming with him. But Alvarez, like you mentioned, really never got into the match. Arteaga is one of those forwards that can push right up onto the last defender and have Pacius be the runner between the seams of the midfield and the forward line.
Yeah, not taking any chances with that. Offside flag up. This is the 15th time in 20 matches that the Rowdies have conceded the first goal. Only went on to win 3 of those matches. They're trying to flip the script as once again the pressure forces a mistake.
With Arteaga being that out-and-out center forward, can also provide an outlet for the Rowdies with this press. I believe they're going to try to start going directly to Arteaga and Pacius when they do get pressed towards the sidelines, like Aaron Guillen tried to get it over the top just now, rather than trying to play through the press.
Williams unable to get it down on the ground. Tosses Hilton to the ground as he sends it forward. Hilton, good pursuit, and he goes out wide to White.
Now, if it's one of the players that the Rowdies have that can get themselves out of pressure, is Cristostomo. He is on the ball now. Excellent close control in the center circle.
Guillen, the Rowdies captain, forward to Pacius. Pacius defended well there by Edrak.
Now, this is where the point of attack has to be switched quickly. And credit to the Riverhounds, just sort of pushing the Rowdies to one side and making the passing predictable.
Rowdies starting to ratchet things up. Arteaga commits the foul.
Well, that is a sign of the Rowdies' intensity for Arteaga, the center forward, to be so engaged. Yes, he committed the foul, but again, your coach is not going to mind that.
All wanted that ball to go a different direction. Guillen surveys his options.
Pacius has to be the outlet here.
Hilton couldn't get it down. Pacius knocks it off the shin of Griffin. White chips it out. Crisostomo. And we're going to get a booking. Yellow card shown to Crisostomo.
Just no outlets for the Rowdies to come out of, to get out of their own defensive third. Riverhounds just first to every ball. Crisostomo just sort of lunging to try and get to the ball first. Not sure if he did.
Guillaume Factor wincing as he walks toward the edge of the box.
So again, not much room to play with, and Crisostomo definitely arrived to the party late.
That replay and all replays tonight brought to you by Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital. A terrific ball. Bandre up high to handle it and looking to outlet quickly. Here comes Arteaga. With 3 defenders giving chase. Back to Passius.
Now speed of play is crucial here, Austin. Ball has to keep ticking.
Bodily with a little bit of space. Guillen calling for it, but an errant pass. Crisostomo trying to go right through Augie Williams. A reminder, the USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Williams pokes it back for all. That deflected by Van Kaziel.
Well, credit to the Rowdies. Defensively, they stay compact, disciplined. Not much of an outlet for the Riverhounds to find anyone, whether they were switching the play or bringing the ball just back in the middle.
Bandre able to get to that just before it went over the end line.
Since the Riverhounds have not lit the world on fire with goals being scored this season, understand it's still a 1-0 game, despite the Rowdies not finding their rhythm as yet. Just one strike, one chance, and this game is all knotted up.
Hilton stepping in. That's out for a Rowdies throw. Excuse me, for a Riverhounds throw. Good pressure there from Bodily, all looking around, thinking that there was going to be a whistle as he went down. Never came. Guillen takes a long time to get it in. Williams coming up to pressure Van Kaziel. Barnes gets his around Hilton. Well, the pressure of Pittsburgh has just wreaked havoc on the Rowdies' back line, trying to get things organized.
I saw Venkaiziel's initial attempt to try to get to Pasias, didn't work out. But in the end, it just puts more and more pressure on the players as the Riverhounds get back possession. They switch the side of play. Now defenders are out of position and they end up making lunges like this because they're out of position. And now Riverhounds get free kicks. Players get into verbal confrontations with the referee because they have to recover from being out of position.
Lewis Hilton smartly pulls Lawrence Wyke away from referee Servando Berna. No good was going to come of that. Riverhounds opting to go short, and the Rowdies take it away. Hilton looking to turn. Two defenders quickly surrounding him. And a whistle and a foul against Pittsburgh.
Well, it doesn't pay off there, but Pittsburgh's recovery was fantastic. Lewis Hilton doing a great job screening the defender off the ball, winning the free kick, getting himself out of trouble. But boy, the speed of reaction to Pittsburgh's pressing is impressive.
Yeah, their ability to see angles, cut off angles, step to the ball.
Anticipate. I mean, here he comes again.
They just create panic, creating panic from the Rowdies' back line. White sliding again. Williams takes it on. White knocks it down. Williams tries again. Guillen heads it back. All pursues and will let it roll over for a throw.
I mean, a basic way to avoid a turnover is to have one of the forwards, depending on what side of the field the ball is on. Either Arteaga or Pasias has to pull directly onto the sidelines and pull and create an outlet in case things go wrong. And then the other forward will start to the middle of or in the center circle on the halfway line. So you have two options: either go to the sideline with one forward or go up the middle to the other in the center circle.
It's a busy Labor Day weekend. A lot of things to watch. A lot of people with time away as you consider what to eat. How about Hooters, the original wing joint? Order some wings, settle in, watch some college football, opening weekend of the season.
Are you going to barbecue this weekend?
I don't know. I may order some wings. You know,
that's an option.
Take away the work.
Yes.
You know. Pasias on the run. Paul Marie right behind him. Marie gets to it, but can't save it from going over the end line.
Well, I love Paul Marie's energy and willingness to run off the ball. Touch took the ball over the line, but the intent was encouraging.
Marie making his Rowdies debut on loan from San Jose for the remainder of the season. Tampa Bay has had some depth issues around their wingback positions. What have you thought of Marie so far in the nearly 60 minutes that we've seen?
He has passed the eye test with his physical ability to run with quickness and speed. His touch seems to be pretty good. So yeah, I think he's had a pretty decent first half. Oh, sorry, not first half, but first 58 minutes in a Rowdies shirt at home.
Good turn by Arteaga. Trying to slide it in behind Baron Barnes. Had Bodley running on. And Marie slaps his hands as the whistle blows.
Well, a tackle from behind is never going to be in good graces to the referee. Even though Marie may have been in the vicinity of the ball, anywhere near the player's legs, it's going to be a foul.
Augie Williams.
Oh, beautiful.
Terrific turn. And some space for Griffin. Sidrak arrives. All loses possession to the feet of Crisostomo. Bodily unable to get it down. Oh, Marie relentless in his pursuit.
Next Tampa Bay sub, 11 and 17 are coming out. Number 11 and 17.
Ball sent in. Guillen heads it back to the top of the box. Bodily not wanting to take many chances. Goes backward as Arteaga scampers to it. Guillen a long run. All the way in the back. It's a Rowdies throw. Guillen looking to take it quickly, but Tampa Bay is going to make a couple of substitutions.
I think much needed fresh legs. This is Skinner, the left-sided player, who is electric. Will get his opportunity for Blake Bodley.
So Bodley and Crisostomo exit. On come Nick Moon and the aforementioned Joey Skinner.
Interesting to see where Marie goes now that Blake Bodley's gone to that right-hand side. Looks like he's going to play as an attacking midfielder behind Pacius and Arteaga.
Good energy right away after the substitutions.
Great recovery by Lawrence Reich, just getting right in there. His touch was right to a Rowdies defender and sets up possession.
A foul will give the Rowdies a free kick and one of their best set piece opportunities tonight as Marie went down.
Well, we've seen Lewis Hilton. He's going to leave this one automatically for Marie. That's the sort of respect poor Marie comes with. He's taken all the corners, and now immediately a free kick from about, I would say, 20 yards ahead of half line.
How difficult is it to make a connection on these set pieces with someone like Marie, who's only practiced a couple of times?
In this scenario, well, it looks like he's going to, the angle is going up, may go for goal. No, just floats it in. Yep. Well, you try to give the player running onto it the angle, so you try to float it into that either last post and give someone like a Crisostomo, a big centre back, to run onto it, or you float it just beyond the penalty spot and have someone just sort of flick it. And I think that's the latter is what he tried.
Marie jogs to the corner for a Colony Grill corner kick. Remember, the Rowdies without Forrest Lasso at 6'5", normally a big target on these set pieces. Suffered a broken clavicle last time out against Detroit City. Another good effort from Marie to the back post. Reich chips it in with his left foot. Pacius heads it forward. Collision between Dick and Moon.
Well, there are those fresh legs. Nick Moon reacting quickly to the loose ball. Seems to have gotten there before Dick. Dick got a hand to it at the end. There's that floated ball by Lawrence Wright. Just trying to get it back into the mix. Pacius wins it. And yeah, Moon did get there first, but good save by the goalkeeper. That's a brave save, they call that. At the player's feet.
So another chance for Marie on target and in for an equalizing goal. Joey Skinner just in off the Rowdies bench. Ends up on the end of the Marie corner to tie it at 1.
Action Jackson, when he comes in, good things happen. Whether it's running at players or getting on aerial balls. And it's actually Skinner against the crossbar, and looked like Lewis Hilton was the one who got it over the line. Good save by Dick at first, but I tell you what, it was Skinner against the crossbar, and Lewis Hilton gets to the rebound first and nods it over the line with his knee.
Second goal of the season for Lewis Hilton, and without question the biggest. That ties it at 1. And the scope of this game changes dramatically after the brilliant service by Marie. Skinner up top, and then Hilton to finish it, and it's 1-1.
Well, Marie's previous deliveries from the corner kicks were all at the last post looking for Crisostomo. This time he went to the near post. Skinner, just effort, energy, gets there first, something he's provided this team since he's been a Rowdy. Coming off the bench, Joey Skinner did it again, this time in the air, wins it. Great save by Dick, it has to be said, to deny him. But Lewis Hilton, right place at the right time, finds the equalizer.
Skinner, the 22-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina. Dom Cassiato told us earlier this week that Skinner has been a pleasant surprise. He was quiet, tentative when they first met, but he has been a player that's made a huge impact off the Rowdies bench.
And Crisostomo just did like a breakdance move to get past that.
Over the top, Marie giving chase as Dick comes out to get it. I can't believe Crisostomo was able to keep his hands off that ball. Neither could the Riverhounds players.
I'm going to try that move in my backyard tomorrow.
You may need back surgery after trying something like that.
And knee surgery, don't forget.
Riverhounds player down as Cassius heads it out.
Well, Coach Cassiato did say that Joey Skinner is a team-first type player. Does whatever the team needs, whether it's winning balls in the air, tackling, getting behind defenses, running. And you wind him up when you put him on the field in the second half. And boy, he runs riot.
Williams knocks it down, all out wide. Here's Edrak. He'll send it in. All let it go through his legs. Right on the edge of the area, sent to the back post. Bandre puts it out for a corner.
Again, the Riverhounds so good in moving the ball from right to middle to left in 2 passes. Robbie Mertz on that weaker left foot again, just couldn't find the delivery.
So a Colony Grill corner kick for the Riverhounds. And Charles All, who's got the lone Pittsburgh goal tonight, came in the 3rd minute. On the ground and out for a goal kick. Grand Central Brewhouse is a family-friendly, pet-friendly, and community-friendly 2-story brewery, tap room, and beer garden located in the heart of the Grand Central District. GCB features traditional lagers and ales brewed in-house and served directly from European serving tanks. The crowd ignited by that Hilton goal. And life at Al Lang Stadium for the first time tonight.
Quite simply put, goals change matches. When the Riverhounds got their first goal in the first half, their tails were up. They can do no wrong. The Rowdies can do everything wrong. Now, with some heart, some hustle, Rowdies get back on the score sheet. And now let's see how the momentum switches, if it does at all.
Marie commits the foul, and there's a yellow card. He seemingly knew it was coming and was asking for it from Servando Berna.
Yeah, he repeatedly went against the laws of the game. It was consistent knick-knack fouls that added up, and the referee had every right to book Paul Murray.
Knew it as soon as he made contact with Bradley Sample's shin. Reminder, with Hilton's goal, the Rowdies have donated another $250 to Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital. Spot of trouble there. Banray gets out of it. All surveys the landscape. wonder, with any team that comes down from the Northeast, whether conditioning will play a factor, especially in the final 20 minutes. Not as hot as it normally would be in late August, but still very humid. And these players have exhausted a tremendous amount of energy.
Yeah, we have a cold front. It's only 85 degrees at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it only feels like 90 out there right now, as opposed to 100.
Grab your sweater.
A late decision there from Servando Berna. He awards a corner. Arteaga less than thrilled.
Now the Riverhounds were like nothing better than to return the favor on the other side from a corner kick.
White carries it out. The Rowdies far from being out of trouble. Sent on and just past the outstretched head of Augie Williams.
Well, guess who it is? Robbie Mertz, the risk taker, just getting behind that back line. Charles Hall just drawing some attention and laying it off. But again, the service on his weaker left foot, just not as accurate as Coach Lilly and company would want from Mertz.
Bien gets it in the direction of Arteaga. Passius. Pittsburgh now retreating. Moon carries it forward. Marie in the middle of the field has some space. Marie slides it back to Moon. And it's knocked out for a Rowdies corner. A reminder that if you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. You can hear live matches from the USL, MLS Premier League, and more. It's all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app.
Well, Nick Moon is slapping the ground. He may have injured himself, and this is the last thing the Rowdies need. As Moon in and out of injuries, looking to get some consistency of his own. And for an athlete, has to be the most frustrating thing.
That's nearly the exact same spot on the field where Bandre went down in the first half. And we haven't talked much about that since, but fortunately for the Rowdies, Bandre able to continue, and he's done a terrific job.
Yeah, he's done fantastic since then. You talk about the humidity, players who've played consistent minutes. I'm not saying this is Nick Moon's case, but in playing in these sort of conditions, the toll it takes on your body and your muscles to weather this sort of heat and humidity does take its toll, and players do get injured quite easily in the central South Florida this time of the year.
Jackson Walty and Chase Boone are going to be the new players for Pittsburgh. Tampa Bay making changes as well. Hilton, the goal scorer, goes off. Well-deserved handshake and high five from his coach.
Well, Chase Boone against Birmingham a week ago came on in the second half and ended up creating the most chances of the game in the last 25 minutes. So Coach Lilly knows exactly what he's doing, bringing Boone on in this scenario.
And Tampa Bay will burn their final two subs as well, with Juan Carlos Azucar set to come on. Charlie Sharp did come on during that break. You wonder if... Here comes Azucar. So two more fresh bodies out there for the Rowdies as Paul Marie gets set to take another Colony Grill corner kick.
big question is who's going to take Nick Moon's right wing back spot or right midfield. Is it going to be Paul Marie again, who did a great job at attacking midfield in the last 15 minutes?
Rowdies equalized on a Marie corner from the other side of the field. If he peels one in here to the top of the 6, it bounces through. Azokar had a good chance at it and just whiffed. Arteaga tracks it down and sends it back in. Passius is on the other end, and he beats Dick to put the Rowdies in front.
What a delivery. Arteaga put this one on a platter. And Passius with the control, with that quality we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast. Look at this. No one got him. Nobody stopped the service. He picked out the last post. One touch with the chest, one touch with the finish, and it's 2-1 Rowdies. They were all sucked in defensively with the corner kick. Nobody picked up their markers when the ball became free. And because of the disorganization, the Rowdies make a fantastic job of taking control and taking advantage of it.
8th goal of the season for Rubens Passius. Arteaga logs his 2nd assist. The Rowdies have scored twice here in the 2nd half. And it's not too much to say that if this result holds, the Rowdies may very well have flipped their season around here in the final 45 minutes.
Well, the last 20 minutes for this Rowdies team has been spectacular. Has not been perfect, but boy, they've played with heart, they've created chances, and the body language has been so encouraging.
Ball kept in along the end line by Barnes, and out for a corner. With that goal by Passius, the Rowdies donate another $250 to Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital. And now they turn their attention to a Colony Grill corner kick.
Well, Pittsburgh needs something here. The Rowdies are just on a tear.
Mertz up high, headed out by Marie. Good tackle over there along the far sideline. That was Arteaga tracking back defensively. Good strong header there from Azokar. Williams lets it go. High left-footed shot, and upset as he works himself back up.
Well, he's constantly a threat, Augie Williams. Left foot, right foot in the air. Didn't get all of it, but he's always asking the question. He's always being direct as a number 9. And Coach Bob Lilly patrolling the sidelines. What a great view that is. Kids up on the far side.
Headed back, giving chase is Sharp. Pick didn't have much time. Well, after struggling for 55 minutes, the Rowdies have finally settled in and handled the Pittsburgh pressure.
And the confidence is up now, Austin. Everyone wants to touch the ball. Before, nobody wanted the ball to come near to them.
Pittsburgh team that is so good defensively and has played so well with the lead. Historically, the Rowdies have risen to the occasion. 2 second-half goals. First, it was Lewis Hilton in the 64th minute. And they add another in the 76th with Rubens Passius. Now their focus turns to trying to hold on. rather than come from behind. Toward the back post, headed down. And two-hand push foul.
There is Boone trying to make things happen. He's a tall man. He gets to that last post. That's where you want to put the ball. But the two hands in the back of the defender is never going to fly with a referee.
Kemper Auto knows your journey and will help you along the way. Affordable, personalized auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today at Kemper.com. "10 minutes plus whatever added time Servando Berna decides is appropriate." Arteaga terrific with the ball. Most other times tonight that would have been a giveaway, not at the feet of Arteaga. And he gets pushed down. Riverhounds players doing everything they can to try to make sure Arteaga gets back to his feet so that play can continue.
Yeah, you can't blame them. And Arteaga understands what the game needs right now. Some game management, slowing things down, nursing the lead. And Rowdies are putting players forward. Univinka Ezil is back in the center circle.
Murray has his effort headed up in the air. The Riverhounds player loses his footing. Sharp applying pressure in the far corner. Azokar arrives to make things a little bit more challenging. This is the type of pressure we saw from Pittsburgh for the first 60 minutes. Passius chips it forward. There's Sharp on the other end. Dick had it knocked down. And it's out for a Pittsburgh throw.
Oh, what a ball by Passius, sliding into that seam in between the midfield and the forward line. And the ball was right on the money for Sharp, who didn't have much real estate to work with, not much of an angle. And Eric Dick did a great job at his near post.
White long ball for Azokar. Marie over to get it. Seemingly with every minute added to the clock, Ralph's mob gets louder as the Rowdies move closer to a potential season-altering victory here at home. Azokar on the run. Cross is out for a Tampa Bay throw. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats.
Well, they've waited a long time, Ralph's mob. And now they're here chanting, dancing, singing, scarves waving. And these fans deserve it. And the players deserve it as well.
Pittsburgh will utilize their final 3 substitutions. Bertan Jakishin, Bilal Osamanu, and Junior Etu will be the players to come on. Etu, a familiar name to Rowdies fans.
The Swiss Army knife. You can play at center back, you can play at midfield, you can play at right wing back. Coach's dream, Junior Etu.
Osamanu coming back from an injury. Been nursing an injured hamstring, but available for selection tonight and hoping to provide a spark here in the final 6 minutes. The long strides of Augie Williams. Mishandled ball. Williams nearly got to it. Bandre out beyond the box to get it out of trouble.
Important save by Bandre. We have to give him credit. He was off of his line in a flash. And to get there before a quick Augie Williams is credit to the goalkeeper. If Augie Williams got on the end of that with Bandre in no man's land, that would have spelled disaster for the Rowdies.
Those long strides of Bandre, of Williams, I beg your pardon. When that ball was in the air, you thought, I don't think he's going to get there. Sure enough.
Real athlete.
Just a split second away from a potential tying goal.
I would say Bandre's hamstring is doing a little bit better.
If that play is any indication, you are absolutely right. Maybe 2 goals scored by your team will make everything feel a little bit better, right?
The hamstring does feel better after that, for sure.
Griffin. Back to Jackson Walty. 86th minute here at Al Lang Stadium. Pittsburgh scored first in the 3rd minute. Rowdies were lacking rhythm, lacking some energy in the first half, but they have found it here in the final 30 minutes.
And they found belief, Austin. That is huge. They didn't have that belief in the first half. After conceding so early, their heads dropped. They sort of, looked down at their shoelaces, and the game came on to them. And then they came after the game in the second half.
Riverhounds testing Bandre from distance, and a couple of Rowdies players down as we hit the home stretch here. Reminder, you can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Friday, September 5th, Phoenix Rising FC take on Las Vegas Lights FC at 10:30 Eastern. And Saturday, September 6th, Rhode Island FC square off against Louisville City at 7 p.m. Eastern. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV standings. All the players getting some hydration. Everybody looking for a little hydration out of that bucket, even Servando Berna, the center referee.
Yeah, can't blame him. What a night to be back in Al Lang. Gentle breeze, the flags are just blowing in the wind, and fans are out from St. Pete and Tampa.
Rowdies had played 7 of their last 8 matches on the road.
Oof.
And as we said at the top of the broadcast, 10 matches to go, including tonight. 7 of them will be here at Al Lang Stadium. So if Tampa Bay can hold on here for a 2-1 win, it would create the start of what could be a great run to end the season. They've got 3 in a row here at home before going 1 on the road, but the large majority of their remaining matches will be here in St. Pete.
Let that be clear. That is an invitation for anyone who lives in the area, St. Pete, Tampa Bay area. Please come out to Al Lang Stadium and support the Rowdies. They are on a stretch where they're going to try to make the playoffs, and they need every voice in the crowd.
Next Saturday, Sacramento comes to Al Lang. They are currently 2nd in the Western Conference, and a familiar face will come with them.
Coach Neil Collins will be back in town, a man who literally laid this pitch, this grass.
Passius giving chase. Sharp with 2 defenders there. Passius now in the deep corner. Oh, great job getting out of it. And Passius commits a foul after losing possession. Approaching 90 minutes. We'll see how much added time there will be. Had a few stoppages. Expect maybe somewhere in the 8-ish minute range. Right on target. Bandre is there. Off the cross from Jacqueson.
Jacqueson trying to play that ball in the corridor of uncertainty in between the centre-back and the goalkeeper. Just couldn't get the bend. And Bandre now in complete confidence after that foot save from Augie Williams. Trying to manage the game like a goalkeeper should.
Arteaga doing his best to hold up play as Pittsburgh works for a quick restart. In 6 minutes, shown by the fourth official. 6 minutes of added time. Bandre off his line. Knocked down and out for a Colony Grill corner kick.
Well, same type of delivery. We talked about that corridor where the defenders are facing their own goal and the goalkeeper is hesitant or is going to gamble and come out. Bandre comes out, gets a hand to it, but it can ricochet to anyone, and the Rowdies come away with a corner, well, conceding a corner.
As Griffin gets it lined up, it's taking a long time for Pittsburgh to get organized here for this corner. Almost a minute off the clock. Toward the back post, Passius, the highest of the players there. Back to Griffin. Here's Barnes with some space. A good ball in. Barnes chasing Arteaga. Showing he can still move.
Another Rowdies player who had a slow start to the season, trying to get his form at the right time.
Bandre up. Williams just outside the area. Sails it over the crossbar. Pittsburgh unrelenting here in their last couple of attacks to try to get an equalizing goal.
Augie Williams just snatching at that. Really rushed the shot, hoping to catch Bandre off of his line. Again, Bandre again coming off his line, protecting his centre-backs, getting a piece of it. And yep, he was in no man's land. He came off of Passius. Looks like the Rowdies got away with one.
Bandre has been decisive with his action here in the last 10 minutes to help preserve this lead.
And we talked about goals changing matches, but even down to the goalkeeper, belief sets in, energy sets in, and Bandre exuding that.
And Kaziel back, plays it wide, Bandre.
Good throw.
Chase Boone with the cross. Van Kaziel heads it out. Well, that's going to be a foul on Walty.
I think the Riverhounds are just trying to pump the ball into the box and hope something happens. They do have time to construct an actual sequence of attacking play. Looks like Arteaga got there first, and he's such a clever player. South American, they know how to create contact and pick up fouls.
As it stands now, Arteaga had the assist on the game-winning goal for the Rowdies. Passius finished what was an absolute gem of a cross. Dom Cassiano and his staff hoping they can maintain this result.
But the Rowdies have to be smart here. The Riverhounds are going to press all the way up on this throw-in. Have to try to find Passius up the line. And at this moment, no black shirts are moving.
They got it to Passius, but not out of trouble. Sent in toward the back post. No one there for Pittsburgh.
Again, it's really sort of a hit and hope sort of feel for Pittsburgh at the moment. They're getting to the sidelines and just drilling it into the box. They're not looking up. They're not picking anybody out. They're really just too rushed at this point.
Again, just throws it as far as he can. Flicked back by Sharp. And again, a ball sent in. Andre easily handles it and will take his time picking it up. Sharp back to Passius. Rowdies looking to just run out the clock, and we are now nearing the 6 minutes of added time.
Well, speaking about that, it's kind of strange to see Passius taking the throw. But Sharp is going to have to head towards that corner flag.
Azokar sends it that way. And Sharp holds it up.
Again, no rush to cross, heading right back to that corner flag to try and buy some minutes.
Back to Guillen. And we expect a whistle now at any moment. Azokar toward the corner flag. Two defenders there, his fresh legs. An asset here in the closing minutes. White weaving his way through, lost possession, and now perhaps one final hope. Augie Williams giving chase. Back to Bendre. Ball sent into the Pittsburgh bench. Rowdies fans anticipating the final whistle. And there it comes. Well, what a night here at Al Lang Stadium. Rowdies fell behind early. Played from behind for the entire first half, and then in a span of 12 minutes, goals from Lewis Hilton and Woobens Passius. And they come back to win it by the final of 2-1. We want to thank our viewers watching in the Steel City on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. We say goodbye to you as we head to break. You're on ESPN Plus or here Tampa Bay 44. Stay with us. We're going to talk to Dom Cassiato coming up after this timeout. Woobens Passius, the game winner, as the Rowdies prevail 2-1 here at Al Lang Stadium.
Need a reason to smile? We've got 4. Weeknights from 5, it's a block of non-stop laugh-out-loud comedy. At 5, kick back with the Connors. At 6, the laughs keep rolling with American Housewife. At 7, the jokes get even bigger with 1 hour of Friends. And at 8, it's comedy gold with Flipside. 4 hours, all comedy, all laughs. The Comedy Block. Weeknights from 5 to 9 p.m. only on Tampa Bay 44.
When you're ready to set life into motion, Grow Financial is here to be your first step. To give you that running start and to show you just how far you can go. Because we serve people, not profit. Which means our mission isn't our products, but where they can take you. So wherever you may be going next, just remember, first steps start here. Grow Financial. We serve people, not profit.
So what makes the original Hooters so special? Everybody wants to know our secret recipe. The answer is simple. We care about our people, the food we serve, our guests, and the community around us. And this has been true since day one. We created a unique experience like no other. What you see is years of hard work. This is our family, and we're here because we care. To us, originality isn't just one thing, it's everything. Hooters, always original.
Back at Al Lang Stadium. Final score, Tampa Bay 2, Pittsburgh 1. Rowdies win for just the 4th time this season after conceding first. And it's a huge win for Tampa Bay as they try to climb up the standings and work their way into playoff position. And with that, we welcome in the head coach of the Rowdies, Dom Cassiato. Coach, congratulations. Your team showed a tremendous amount of fight in the second half to get this result.
Yeah, really proud of the guys. I think the resilience that we showed and the way we responded in the second half was fantastic, and we had a great impact from our bench. So really proud of the guys, and gives us a great platform now to build on.
Coach, just some tacticals, talking some shop. In the first half, they had a hard time getting around that press from the Riverhounds. Anything was said at halftime, or any sort of adjustments?
Yeah, we made a couple of tactical adjustments. I think what you'll see in the second half is we switched to having 2 holding midfielders, and I think that allowed us to have a little bit more control in the middle and ultimately go on and win the game.
Yeah, Coach, I know from talking to you earlier this week, you talked about putting one foot in front of the other, taking small steps, but it does feel like the second half your team played tonight could go a long way toward determining the trajectory of the rest of the season, especially when you compare it to what we saw from the first half.
Yeah, look, we weren't happy with the first half, right? But, you know, we speak a lot to the guys about being resilient, and we're trying to build a resilient mindset here, right? To me, the Rowdies, if you look at the history of the club, it's a physically robust team, right? It's a team that wants to get in your face, that never wants to take a backward step. And we said, listen, things are going to go wrong, guys, right? Sometimes we might start the game a little slowly. We might concede first. Someone might get sent off. But the important thing, guys, is how you respond, right? Things are going to happen, not just in football, but in life. And it's always about how you respond. And I think our second half response was outstanding. And like I said, we want to put one foot in front of the other and just build some momentum. And I think the second half tonight allows us to do that.
Well, great message, Coach. We appreciate the time. The plane was maybe starting to waver a little bit as the first half ended, but you corrected course and you guys are flying high now after that second half.
No, we're feeling good about it, and obviously great impact from our bench, guys coming on, you know, at half-time with Manu, the rest of the guys that entered in the second half. Really proud of how committed they were to the team and to our plan that we come up with at half-time, and just really proud of the guys for the response. So it gives us a great platform to build on again.
We appreciate it. Congratulations. We'll let you go enjoy it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
That's Dom Cassiato. Just the second match he has coached at home, and his team emerges victorious. Ryan, a look at the highlights. Great start for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the press paid off, and his young Stetson native, Charles All, the Stetson hatter from Central Florida, with a fantastic goal. What a finish by the attacking midfielder, and Robbie Mertz, again, always in the thick of things. This time, it was Venkai Azil sticking with the play, clearing it off the line, and avoiding disaster for the Rowdies.
And given the way the match played out, how critical was that play in the late stages of the first half to keep it 1-0? And then in the second half, Paul Marie with the service. Lewis Hilton ends up finishing.
Joey Skinner, heart on the line. He gets there first. Great save by Dick. But look at Lewis Hilton. Johnny on the spot. And he makes it 1-1.
And then in the 76th minute, Manuel Arteaga setting up Passius for the game winner.
Well, because they were all snug and tight with the corner, they never actually adjusted after the ball broke free. Great ball by Arteaga, and he finished by Passius. Superb.
So the Rowdies scored twice in the second half to fight back and win it 2-1. A look at the final stats. A lot of things very even here as you look at the final numbers.
I like these shots by the Rowdies in the second half. It sort of evened things up compared to the first half, in which the Riverhounds ran away with that start. It means the Rowdies' energy, they're wanting to get on the ball, and the ability to create chances. We not all have scored, but shots nonetheless. 5 of those on target. Very important.
Look at the upcoming schedule for the Rowdies. We mentioned Neil Collins and the Sacramento Republic come in here next Saturday, and then the Colorado Springs Switchbacks ends a 3-game homestand at Birmingham, which as it stands right now is 10th in the Eastern Conference, so very winnable on the road, and then home September 20th against North Carolina FC. So the road ahead looks a lot more promising after what we saw tonight.
Yeah, I think momentum is huge. We talked about it at the very beginning of the broadcast. Having a good half tonight So they actually win the game 2-1. It actually propels them through practice this week and then on to next week where they have another good performance.
So the Rowdies take the first step in their push to try to make the postseason, now up to 21 points, and they have narrowed the margin below the playoff line. Really exciting night here at Al Lang Stadium. Pittsburgh got things going with the early goal, but the Rowdies showing a lot of fight in the second half. For Ryan Davis and our terrific crew, led by producer Tom Sipos and director Scott Corcoran, Austin Lyon saying so long from Al Lang Stadium in St. Petersburg. The Tampa Bay Rowdies with a 2-1 comeback victory.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.